Today I have a mom and an advocate. Kim, can you please introduce yourself?
Hi, yeah, thanks for having me. I'm Kim Owens, and I run a platform called Navigating Blindness with my son, who is now 22 and he's blind. He lost his sight at the age of 10.
Thank you. And as a parent of a student who attended a public school, can you share your perspective on the benefits of students attending mainstream public schools?
I I'm a person that doesn't believe there's a one size fits all answer. I think each family needs to carefully consider the options and make the decisions that are best for their student. For us, it was crystal clear that mainstreaming was the best choice. When Kai was first losing his sight at the age of 10, he was super anxious, and the thought of him not being home and not being with us at night was just completely overwhelming to me and to him at the time. But the benefits of mainstreaming him were that he learned to self-advocate. He grew up with the kids in his neighborhood. They knew him when he had sight, they knew him after he lost his sight. He was included in, so much in our community and in his school. And really, it was just the best training ground for really for life. Like it helped him learn to self-advocate, to speak for himself. And honestly, like the transitions between elementary school, middle school, and high school helped him later transition to college. And now he's getting ready to transition to career. So, a lot of times students in schools for the blind are with the same group of kids their entire, educational period. And for Kai, he was constantly meeting new people, new teachers, new environments, and I think that set him up for success.
Thank you so much. And what are some considerations that parents or family members may want to think about when deciding if public school is the best fit for their child?
When Kai first lost his sight, it was recommended to us that he go to the school for the blind. And we knew nothing about blindness. So instantly we were like, oh, there's a school for that. Great, let's do that. But then we went and we visited the school. And first of all, it was 3 hours away. And so he would be there Monday through Friday. That just was not going to work for us. But the other concern that we had was the graduation rate. The graduation rate at the School for the Blind was very low. But one thing that somebody said to me that just like really put my mind at ease and that I like to share is that no decision has to be permanent, right? Like we visited the School for the Blind. We ultimately felt like it wasn't the best place for Kai, but we had the option of maybe sending him there for a year or two to get his skills and then transition to a public school. So I just want people to know like it's super important to check out all of the options, interview the School for the Blind, interview the director of special education at your local public school. If there's other blind children, talk to their families. Really, just the more you know, the easier it is to make a decision. And also to remember you can change your mind. Like you can change your mind. If it's not working, regroup. The other thing that I would want people to think about is if they choose to mainstream their student, they can always keep really close ties with the School for the Blind. They can send their children to camps, to summer schools, to events. So it doesn't have to be an either or type of situation. Um, and I would want to share that as somebody who Kai went to a mainstream school, parent involvement is critical. Like it really truly became my full-time job. And that's hard to say, like my entire focus went on his education. I needed to learn about advocacy. I needed to learn his rights. I needed to learn how to escalate issues. I needed to learn how to talk to people professionally when I just wanted to lose my mind sometimes. And so I do think, when a family chooses to mainstream, they really have to commit to being involved in their in their child's education. Whereas a lot of students I know who have gone to schools for the blind, there's already services set up. You're not constantly fighting for services. But I do think you might be fighting different battles, that I didn't face. But a lot of those seem to be, students not being as involved with their family or as involved with their local community. So I think there's just pros and cons on both sides.
Thank you so much, Kim.
Yeah.